What is going on, everyone? This is part 2 of 3 reasons why you should get an iPad. Part 1 being productivity, part 2 is games. Now, there's tons of games you can get out of the App Store. This is just going to show, like, let's say if you was getting an iPad because of games, these will be the selling point. These will be the games that will make me want to get it. Matter of fact, I'm even going to add the jailbroken into it. You know, the Game Boy Advance, Sega Genesis, and Super NES. So let's just get into it right now with Punch Out. Great classic game. Alright. Alright, I'm going to have to tilt a little bit to get a better grip on this, but just to give you an example. Alright, well, that was a quick, brief look at one reason, one game. Alright, let's get into the next game. Now, I'm going to skip the Sega Genesis and the Game Boy Advance. Alright, so I guess Plants vs. Zombies will be next. All of these games are not brand new. You know, pretty much everyone knows about them. If they don't, they're probably crazy. But these are some great games, so they're timeless. Alright, I'm just going to pick anything. I'm not going to play the whole round. Just give an idea. Everyone who already played Plants vs. Zombie already know how it's supposed to work. Basically, zombies are trying to eat your brain, and you have plants to defend you. You start in your front yard, which has no pool, then your backyard, which has a pool, then you go nighttime in the front, nighttime in the back. That's how it works. Day front, day back, night front, night back, and then you hit the rooftops. I beat the game on my iPhone, but on the iPad I haven't got that far yet. But, you know, just give an idea of how the game works. You can't even see the zombie because once you get further into the game, they start adding clouds. But, I mean, you can pretty see how well designed it is. Very responsive, very detailed. This game is highly addictive. My brother's girlfriend and other friends of my own, everyone always touch it, and I'm thinking it will only sample maybe one stage. By the time I get the iPad back, they're like on 2.5, you know, and it goes up like 10 stages, you know. So they play the game for a while. It's very addictive. Probably my favorite one. Alright, I'm just gonna let some zombies come. Maybe after the first wave. Right here at the bottom, you let me see. I don't even think you can see it. Okay, here we go. At the bottom, you get a wave of zombies. Now, wherever the flag thing is, or whatever, that's when like the large wave come. Very easy stage, this one, because it's introducing the clouds, but later in the game it'll be like one mark here, one mark here, one mark there. So you'll know, like, okay, here it comes, the big wave of zombies. And each plant has different abilities. You know, you have a walnut for a wall. You know, the plants, I like the names, you know, like a cherry bomb type stuff or whatever. That plant right there blows away zombies that fly over with umbrellas. I mean, with balloons, sorry about that. And you see how the zombie is wearing a little cone hat, which means he has more defense. So let's say if I put a walnut in front, he'll sit there and eat on that forever before he die, of course. And, you know, it's just a very well-designed, addictive game. Alright, so that was just a brief, quick look at Plants vs. Zombies. Alright, so let's just keep it going. Next game we'll be taking a look at is Super Street Fighter, 4, I believe. Oh, wrong side. They force you to play on the side that they want you to play on. Now this is an iPad. I mean, iPhone app. Watch, look, minimize or whatever. But blown up, the quality is still there. It's not pixelated. You know, it's pretty well designed. That's the intro. Beautiful, of course. Okay, it's not Super Street Fighter, but you know what I mean. Alright, solo, tournament, don't matter. Pick Ryu. Now, me personally, I like games on the iPad or iPhone where there's little small objective, quick, games or whatever. And games like this require a lot of like movements, U motions and all that, and it's hard to do stuff like that when you don't have a physical joystick. But on here, they pretty much pull it off very well because you can do the specials, pretty easily, and the super specials. It's not too hard because what you could do is just tap the bar where it's at. I'll show you. See, it's not too hard. I mean, it's kind of hard for me to play it because I'm recording in between my hands and I'm trying to hold it out so you can get a good view of it. But when I'm playing by myself, it's not too hard. You would think it would be. And let me see, I'm going to show you a super special. Wait, I can't get the U motion, see? It's kind of hard. Alright, here, look. Just tap the top, and it'll do the super special. And let me see, I don't know what the ultra special is called, I guess. But I'll show you what that look like. Oh, well, you can see hers. I didn't block it on purpose. But as you see, it's beautifully designed. Now I'm going to do mine, just top the little special. And the quality is beautiful. See how nice that looks? So, I mean, yeah, you do all your U motion. They got the little stun move or whatever. And, for the regular special, just tap the blue bar. For the super ultra one or whatever, just tap the little red flame bar. So, the game looks nice. Of course, it's better pixelated that way. But this is just as beautiful. I show it to anyone and no one complains about the quality. Alright, so that was a brief look at Street Fighter 4 for the iPad. Well, iPhone. Alright, the next app we'll be taking a look at is Real Racing. Now, there are tons of car apps, but this is by far my favorite because of one reason. Other than the stunning visuals. Alright, I'm going to just give you a quick rundown. Now, this is very detailed. You have circuits or different, modes or whatever, and once you beat one with the hatchbacks, and then you move to sedans and muscle and exotic cars. Now, I was at sedan, but my brother was over here and he erased my record, the little brother. So I had to start over, but whatever, for the most part, I know how to play better, so my record is better now. And look, all the hatchbacks, and you unlock more as you progress. And I love this. You can change the skin to any picture you like. So I have a picture of a dragon on my iPad with the word green on it. Well, I placed it on here. It happens to place green on the side. Coincidence? Perfect. Alright, so let's just get into it. Alright, now see, this is the reason why I like it. Left side is to brake, right is to accelerate. And you can change the control setting, but this is why I love this game, just because of this. Tilt the iPad to steer. That is brilliant. I mean, other games do it, but they do it, let me see, they do it. Wait, yeah, there we go. They do it like this. And then this is just like all the other ones. So if you base it on this, then it's just like wherever one looks better. And this one is, like I say, a full game. You can get a game like this on console and will be satisfied, with all the, stat tracking or whatever. This game is very well designed. Great visuals. But this is what makes me love it. Right there. That is just beautiful. And look at it. You couldn't even tell this was an iPad app. This looked better than other handheld games by far. Alright, so that was a brief look at real racing for the iPad. Alright, next game we'll be taking a look at is Rage. Now, Rage is, I would have to say, one of those House of the Dead type games. You know, you're on a rail, you don't control your movement, you just get to a location and you fight from there. And this guy talking is more of a Smash TV type element. And okay, right here you shoot, right here dodge or run faster. You got the active reload, gives you double damage like Gears of War. You have 3 weapons: assault rifle, handgun with unlimited ammo, and shotgun. And the game is just very tight controls. They work. The visuals are very, very nice. I mean, this is like console. This is like better than Wii games. You know, sad to say it, but you know it is. Everyone knows. Let me see. Active reload, dodges, throw, and they throw stuff, and you can shoot it like I did right there. I just dodge them. It's easier most of the time. Let me see. Switch to shotgun. Dodge. Alright, active reload. Alright, so that was just a brief look at the game Rage. Beautiful visuals, very stunning graphics. I mean, you can't say too much about that, you know, other than it's just astonishing how well it looks. And very well designed. Very fun app. Alright. Alright, next game we'll be taking a look at is Infinity Blade, powered by Unreal Technology. Now, this game been in development, I don't know for how long, but it was worth it because this is probably one of my favorite fucking games ever for the iPad. Now, let's just get right into it. I'm just going to jump into my record. Now, this is how the story goes. You start off with a guy, and you know, you don't walk around. You pick your location. You see how it has the little bubbles. I don't know if you can see them. You know, whatever, and I can choose to go that way or that way. You get there, you fight a guy, you beat him. Now, you can level up your armor. It has that whole Oblivion type feel. It has your stats, those are mine, your inventory, and that's my weapons or whatever. Now, look, there's tons of weapons, you know, and you master them. Look how many swords. It's like 30 different swords, a bunch of different shields, a bunch of helmets, armor, and rings. Now, rings have like powers like spells and stuff like that, you know. Alright, so I'm just going to jump into it. And even your weapons have stats. Like, I have a sword that drains health and gives it to me. So I get health every time I attack. Or the sword I'm using right now, it has poison on it. So every time I hit them, it drains, you know, it DPS the enemy. And then you have some that adds fire damage, adds ice damage, you know, it's like that. And you can do, okay, let me just fight. See, that's how you dodge. Pick the direction you want to attack. And look at the visuals. This is beautiful. This is very hard to play with this camera in between my arms. But, you know, I'm going to see if I can do my special. And there's combos, like if you press like left, right, left, you'll do a different type of attack. And each enemy has different attacks, you know. But basically, you know, you get through all of these enemies, and then you fight the last boss, and you die. Then, you know, 13 years, I mean like 19, 23 years later or whatever, your son comes back with your armor and do it all over again. And that's why it's Infinity Blade, because, you know, this, I think this is like my 3rd bloodline. So it's like my grandson, you know, great, you know, whatever. And that's basically how it works. And, you know, every little fight like this, they all fight different. Okay, let me see. I can stun them. And see, I'm gonna do my special. Alright. Okay, well, I already stunned them halfway. Now, with your special, you draw the symbol. See, I'm going to show you real quick. Special, draw. See, and that's poison. And that's going to DPS. See, now finishing. And wherever you slash is the way it works. And there's combos like left, right, or whatever. You know. Like I said, it's kind of hard to show you this with this in between my hands. But look, that's like my 4th helmet in the game. Everything levels up. I'm just going to speed it up real quick. Now.